everyone. Halloween's tomorrow, so this might be my last video of the day. At least actual 10-minute video of a book run through of the week, of the month, I mean. So we're going to look at one of my favorite books in my collection. Now, I know, Scholastic. Kiddie stuff again, but this book, dang, this book has some powerful imagery. It can either look really, really freaky or really stupid. Like that's pretty dumb. I guess that's supposed to be like symbolic, but anyways, we'll skip a few pages. Give me 1 second, because this is probably copyrighted. I want to start on, well, yeah, let's start on this. Now, this is not the creature of the Black Lagoon. This is the Thetis lake monster. He's very good at in English essays. As you can see, seriously, what is this imagery? Yeah, it's supposed to be like he's running away from a movie screen, but, now this is kind of dumb. I mean, you got a really badly CGI Loch Ness ripoff called Morgar, and then we got a guy going Super Saiyan. Hold on. 1 second. Sometimes they don't even show the monster. Alright, I think we've skipped enough pages. Now this one, this is a... First you think, oh, it's cheap. You don't even know what you're looking at. But no. I think, once you take some time to read that, and then, like, really let that mystery set in, all you see is some weird filtered cabin with a very paperish looking background in the sky, and the head of an animal that doesn't exist on Earth. And yeah, and here's this one. Just a hillbilly. As soon as the glare gets away from the camera, just some redneck. His own very sexy museum. Look, bro. I understand you're into that, but you gotta keep it a little more secret, okay? You gotta be like 90% of Japan, or Dan Schneider here. Come on, dude. Then we have the figure of this page all the way back there. So really, when you... Now this is a weird page. I mean, the CGI is pretty bad, but this is a pretty cool design. His feet look like cardboard, though. Like they're actual shoes from a costume. Actual depiction of when a weeb finds his favorite manga artist. Actual depiction. There has to have been like a million filters on that. That looks like it came out of a postcard. Now, seeing these pictures, it makes you ask the question: if you're doing a book with illustrations and they're all going to be photographed, but you want to put in about the same amount of effort as an illustrator would, you know, because photographing illustrations isn't anywhere near as taxing or redundant as drawing these things. I should know. I used to take pictures for my yearbook, and I had a camera. I mean, how are you going to put the same amount of quality and clear the same amount of effort? Well, this is what you do. You do all this crazy filtering, Now there's a little bit of illustration. Her hair looks horrible. What in the world was she thinking with that hair doing? Her head might be a little small, but seriously. But it's like every page or every picture looks like it got soaked in tea for a few hours. And then left this out in the sun to dry. And then crumpled up. And then like a bunch of paper mache was layered over each picture. Well, this is a really cool effect. Is that damage? Damn, that's damage. I had this book when I was a child too, so. Okay, now. The acting in this book is pretty bad. Okay, that's pretty cheesy. That's a pretty cheesy looking thing. So yeah, this is a Cryptids book. Well, you already saw this. Now this is a creepy picture. I don't know, there's just something about it. Now I don't know if this cat even exists. It looks pretty real, but you know. I think that's a pretty creepy picture. It's like very subtle. The creepiness in these pictures is very subtle. They just got some random black house cat, managed to make it still look pretty frightening or freaky. Now, I don't know how tall that lizard would have to be that proportionately tall in comparison to those goats. Not even the youngest goats look that small. Now this is, you'd think he'd like report or take a picture if he saw a badly CGI'd pterodactyl in the sky, but he surely came out prepared. I don't see a camera. Now I swear I've seen this picture a billion times. Well, minus the rope and New Zelda enemy. Those look like those things those weird compasses for horizon that you see science kids use in college when you're trying to get to your next class. Now this looks pretty freaky. I don't even know how they did that. Well, maybe they just superimposed an orangutan head onto a bat. Now there's one picture I want to get to because even now I still find it pretty creepy to look at. Oh well. Let's see here. Stockholm Syndrome Metro Ghost Train. Pictures, you know. Awesome. I didn't even notice that face. Oh, okay, I kind of forgot about it. Now this is, I don't know what that's supposed to symbolize. Where's Stockholm? Is that in London? Stockholm, Sweden. I don't know what the crown has to do with anything. But okay. Dang it, I can't find that dang page. Banjo, classic instrument of a prisoner. Look at that pinstripe. It's not really just pinstripes or pinstripes. You know, he apparently was afraid of this ghost. Here we got a nuclear pacifier. And a baby crane and some people. That looks like... Was that one chick from the 60s that sang stuff? Oh no, here's a pretty powerful page. That's pretty weird. This guy is supposed to be a monster. Just some oversized head and a smile. Looks like Ozzy Osbourne if he was in a cartoon. I think I found it actually. Here's the title page. Clearly this victim had a very bad sense of fashion. Now, viewer discretion is described, suggested. Forget it, let's just go. No, dang, this page gonna give you the chills. It's really, like, seriously? When I was younger, I literally could not read this page for that long at all. Or else I would have to cover it like this and then just read. Because I didn't want big blue eyes staring back at me. Alien abduction. Now that's a cool flying saucer. I just saw more flying saucers look like that. Alright, we'll look at the special cat page, and then we'll end it. We've got one. Oh, okay, well, first look at this. All the men in black are actually Asian. The same looking Asian guy. They're not Will Smith and the G-Man from the current Half-Life game. Now, this is pretty hilarious. Here we've got some woman, and they're trying to pass this thing off as a hairless dog. And then in the description here, she says, "Oh, it's actually a rat." I mean, come on. Everyone knows that it's a freaking salamander. What are they trying to pull here? Okay, we'll look at one final page. Brady Murphy, relative of Eddie Murphy. Can you see the resemblance? Because this guy probably killed a few people. Probably dead now, and I guess that's it. It's a really good book. Like, this guy should get an award for photography. Because easily, I would love these, every single one of these pictures on my wall. Except for the alien head, that looks kind of stupid. Well, that's the freakiest one, I mean. Definitely not the ones with horrible CGI. I wouldn't want those on my wall. That'd be embarrassing. Alright, good night.